Hi guys and welcome back to our FIFA 18 Rebuilding Sunderland Career Mode Season 3, and welcome to all of you guys who are new to the channel and new to this series. I hope you do enjoy and you stick around for the journey. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Now I'll just quickly recap what has happened in this series since day one. So we took over Sunderland, we won the Championship, we got into the Premier League, we won the Premier League amazingly, which was absolutely incredible. And in terms of competitions and cups, in the FA Cup we've got to the semi-final twice and got knocked out twice. And in the Carabao Cup we still haven't won a game. We've been knocked out twice at the first time of asking in each season. So anyway, let's get into the episode and get started. So here is the pre-season tournament invites. We'll do what we usually do. We'll go for the biggest amount of money potentially available. We won't be playing any of the pre-season games. I just don't find them interesting. Now here are the pre-contract arrivals that we signed last season. We've got Koke, Courtois and Martial all coming into the squad, which would be great considering we are now in the Champions League and we really need that quality in the side. Also, Axl Tuanzebe's loan has just finished. We've had him from Manchester United for 2 seasons now. He's been our captain, so he is probably going to be the first person I go for to get him permanently. But before we do that, I am going to put Leno on the transfer list, which is something we discussed last season, and that is why we brought in Courtois on the pre-contract, and then we could sell Leno to bring in some funds. And on the topic of funds, guys, look at that. That is absolutely ridiculous. We've just won the league, and I'm pretty sure we had this amount of money when we were in the Championship. It's absolutely ridiculous if you ask me, but let's just hope that Leno goes for a decent amount. Otherwise, we're not really going to be buying many players in this transfer window. So, I have made up a pretty massive shortlist consisting of players that I put on and a few players that you guys suggested as well in the last episode. So here is the list. It's a pretty long list full of all types of players. There's some experienced players, which I believe we do need for the Champions League, along with a few youngish players as well. But like I did just say earlier, I am going to go for Axl Tuanzebe because he has been our captain for the previous 2 seasons. I don't care how much I'm going to have to pay for him. I'm going to get him because we have a bond with him now and I need him to come home. So we'll approach Manchester United to buy him. Alright, Mourinho, mate, give me my captain back. Right, we'll offer, because he is worth 9.5. It did say he's worth between 15 and 20. I think it did, I'm probably wrong. But I will offer around 13 or 12 million just to kick things off and see what Mourinho says. He's happy with that, so I'll take that. That's not a bad deal at all. Now we'll negotiate with Tuanzebe. Let's just hope he doesn't play hardball because I really want him back. He wants an important squad role. That is absolutely fine. Now I will happily offer him a 5-year deal. They're happy with that. He doesn't want a release clause, which is absolutely perfect. Now let's talk salary. He's currently on 67k. No doubt, regardless of what I offer him, they're going to want loads in bonuses, but we'll see what we can do. We'll offer 75k and 100k as a signing bonus as well. See what they think about that. He wants 61k and then obviously he wants a load of bonuses. Okay, I'm going to accept this offer. I fiddled around with the bonuses. I've managed to remove one of them. He's upped his wage a tiny bit, only by about 3-4k. And kept the signing bonus as 830k, so I'll take that. We've got our captain back, and he is a Sunderland player officially now. And there he is, Axl Tuanzebe, back in a Sunderland shirt, and he's got his number 5 back. Now, all there really is for us to do now, guys, because we don't have a massive amount of funds, is just skip through the days and just hope that someone comes in for Leno, because that is really what we're relying on for our transfer funds anyway. So our first pre-season game of the season is against Udinese. Let's see if we can get ourselves a win. And we win 5-0. Masonda getting a couple. Henriquez, who is our scouted future star, has got on the score sheet as well. And Dong and Alexander-Arnold. That is a nice victory there. And we've just received an offer for Junior Hoylett from QPR, who he has played for in the past. Hoylett isn't really someone I want to get rid of. We do have Scott Sinclair and Anthony Martial on the left-hand side, but Hoylett can play on the left as a cam and as a right winger as well, so to sell him for 2.95 isn't a massive amount. It's not really worth it, I wouldn't think. I'm going to leave it there for the time being. Now to the second pre-season game, we do have Lazio away from home. Get us another win so we can get some cash in the bank. We win 3-2. Harrison getting a double, as well as Upamecano, the centre-back, getting himself a goal as well. Okay, so we have received an offer from Everton for Bernd Leno, 54 million, which is a brilliant offer, but as you can see there, is worth between 62 and 91 million, and I don't think Everton would have that kind of money. I will try and negotiate to get about 80 odd million, which is, I know it's greedy, but I like money. Right, let's see what we can do. 80 million, how's that? 75 they're willing to offer, that would be brilliant, really. I'll see if I can push it up a little bit more. I don't want to be too cheeky, though. 80.5 million. Go on, take it. Take it, Coman, take it! Right, okay, they've settled for 80.5 million for Leno, which is incredible. Hopefully, the contract negotiations go well, so then we do see this money. Now to the third game of pre-season. Can we make it 3 wins in a row? Yes, we can. It's another 5-0 win. Tuanzebe on his debut for the club, getting himself a goal. Koke and Villa, Winks and Wilson also amongst the goals. Okay, so the Hoylett offer has been retracted, which I don't really care too much about. A little bit of prize money from the pre-season tournament, and Dan Axl Zagadou is unhappy at the club at the minute. He's questioning his role at the club, even though I'm sure he's only set to sporadic, and that's pretty much the exact role that he plays. So we need to stop crying, to be honest. Right, we've just received a transfer offer for Rob Holding, which, funnily enough, I was going to suggest to maybe put him on the transfer list as well, because he's a player who's constantly complaining about I'm not getting enough games, and I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that. But again, he's a player who's set to rotation as well, and that's what we were doing with him last season, and he's still moaning. So I might accept this, actually, because I do plan on bringing another centre-back in as well, or possibly even 2 centre-backs. So I will try and get a little bit more from Holding. How about 9.5 million? See what they say to that. 7.9 final offer. No. Try 8.5. Don't start telling me it's your final offer, because it's not. Accept it, mate. Just take it. What, man? 7.9. I'm still quite tempted to accept it, to be honest with you. 8.2. Stop being so stingy. Right, okay, so they've accepted 8.2 million. Rob Holding to go to Fulham. And now we have received a transfer offer for Ronaldo Vieira, who, again, he is another bit part player in our team, but I do really like him. He's got loads of potential, so I am going to reject the offer from Wolves. And now to the semi-final of the pre-season tournament. How are we going to do? And we win 3-1, and Rico Henry gets himself sent off. Ronaldo Vieira, who's just had that transfer offer from Wolves, gets himself on the score sheet, as well as Isaac and Anthony Martial. We're still waiting on Leno's fee to come in for us to do anything. We have a transfer offer from West Ham for Didier and Dong, who, it's a decent offer to be fair to them, 16.7 million, but he's the only player left, really, from the original Sunderland team. We do have Gooch as well, if you were wondering. I think we only have Gooch and Ndong, who are the only original players, and Ndong has been a pretty vital part of the squad, so I am going to reject that one as well. Come on, Leno, just go. We just need our money. Okay, guys, so Rob Holding has been sold to Fulham for 8.2 million, and 5.7 million of that has been allocated to our transfer budget, and Leno has finally gone. He was sold for 80.5 million to Everton, and 68.5 million has been allocated to our transfer budget, so now we can start playing. So what I am going to do, guys, I am probably only going to go for 1 or 2 players before we finish this episode, just then you guys can start giving your suggestions on who to go for. I don't want to go and spend the entire 68 million on a couple of players. I want to get plenty of players for strength in depth, which I mentioned constantly last season, because we are in 4 competitions now and we desperately need more players really, so then we're going to be comfortable in each competition and we're not going to be worrying about fitness or we're going to have to play a really poor reserve team. We need strength in depth. First of all, I am going to try and go for Mark Bartra. He's a very good centre back and I do really like him. I like his style. Is incredibly good on the ball and not just defending. He's good with it at his feet. He's a good passer of the ball. I'm sure his ball control is about 80 or something like that, which is really good. So we'll try and negotiate with them and see if we can get him for around 20 odd million, because we do need a top class centre back at the club and someone who is experienced in the Champions League. Okay, so we've offered 20 million and they've accepted it straight away, so that's a really good start for us there. So let's negotiate with him. Okay, so he wants to be a crucial part of the team. That's fine. He wants a 4-year deal. Again, that's fine. Don't need a release clause. Or he wants one of 35.1 million. I'll see if I can up the clause a little bit. Say 45. No, we're sticking to his 35. We've had this a few times in this series, but what I will normally do is offer them a new contract in about a year's time to just wipe out the release clause. So I'll accept the release clause for now, because otherwise we're getting nowhere. Okay, he wants 70k a week, which isn't that bad, but then he just wants a lot of different clauses. I'll try and just remove the bonus and just submit it that way, see if he's happy with that. He's upped his wage a tiny bit and a tiny bit on the signing bonus as well, but I'll accept that, that's fine. So Mark Bartra is officially a Sunderland player and our second signing of this transfer window so far. I think that's a really good signing myself. I hope you guys do as well. On to the next player. Now, another player I do really like is Marco van Ginkel. He's only 26 years of age, but again, he's a player who is relatively experienced in big competitions. He's a very good passer of the ball. We do have Koke already as well, though, which makes me think not to go for him. But I am a big fan of his, so I think I am going to go for it. So I'll try 16 million and see what they say to that. He wants 16.4. So I've actually under-offered quite significantly, really, and they're still going with it. So 16.4 I will accept. That's absolutely fine. Well, slight bargain, really. I didn't expect them to accept that original offer. So now we will negotiate with Van Ginkel. Okay, so he wants a crucial squad role. That's fine. 4-year contract. And he doesn't want a release clause, which is good. Now, it's just these bonuses that I hate. I know that you can delegate someone to do the negotiations for you, which wipes out the additional fees and the bonuses and stuff like that, but I just hate waiting. Do you know what I mean? We've been given this feature to just get everything over and done with within 24 hours, and I just find it a lot more convenient, really. So let's have a look at his wages. I'll try and remove that bonus there, and I'll try and lower the signing bonus to about 1 million. See what they think of that. Why have you just gone up again? How's that? Right, sack it. I'm just going to accept it. Van Ginkel is now a Sunderland player. I was going backwards and forwards, and they're just offering the same offer regardless. So, Van Ginkel is now a Sunderland player, and a very good one at that. So, guys, as of right now, this is probably our best lineup with Courtois, Henry, Bartra, Tuanzebe, Alexander-Arnold, Koke, Mvia, Van Ginkel, Martial, Wilson, and Masonda. But what I will do now is go through all the players, and then you can tell me in the comments who you think we should maybe try and sell, maybe try and loan out, and then more players for us to go for. Because even though I do have a massive list in the transfer hub there, a lot of them are worth about 30 million, which is something I'm not prepared to do or prepared to go for. So let's go to the list. So we've got Courtois and Reuter as our goalkeepers. Obviously, Courtois is our first choice goalkeeper with Reuter as our backup. We've got Alexander-Arnold and Iorfa as right backs, so I think we're pretty sound there. We've got Walker-Peters as well, but we use him as a backup left back. We've got Tuanzebe, Bartra, Subotic, Upamecano, Foyth and Zagadou for centre backs. I might put Zagadou out on loan because he is complaining as well. So then we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decent centre backs. Whether you think we should get another centre back, let me know. And the only natural left back we have is Rico Henry. But like I say, we do have Kyle Walker-Peters that can play there as well. But again, if you think we do need another left back, let me know, and it's something I'll definitely consider. CDMs, we have Busquets, Vieira and Villa. Villa is more of a starting lineup player, whereas Vieira and Busquets, they're very much rotated. They were last season anyway. On the right, we do have Charlie Masonda, who, as of right now, is our first choice right winger. And we also have Jack Harrison, who can play on that side as well. On the left, we have Anthony Martial, Hoylett, who can play, like I said earlier, left mid, cam and a right mid, and Scott Sinclair as well. As natural central midfielders, we have Koke, Van Ginkel, Winks and Ndong, although with Winks I play him as a cam. He was our player of the season last season, and he really is a cracking player. And the only other cams we do have are Rafael Enriquez, who was our scouted future star, and Lyndon Gooch as well, who we don't play that much, but we do need to bear in mind again that we are in 4 different competitions, so we will be rotating quite a lot this season. And as for strikers, we have Alexander Isak, Joel Osoro, Dominic Solanke, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Callum Wilson, who's been our main striker really for the last 2 seasons. He's been absolutely incredible. Joel Osoro, I have put him up for loan. I'm considering putting Isak out on loan as well, but we'll see what happens there. So guys, I will leave the episode here. I know there hasn't been a mass amount of transfers, but really I wanted to get your input before I started going crazy and just grabbing players for the sake of it, and then realising I'm making a mistake and getting this and getting that and blah 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 blah. And obviously because 90% of the team that we have now, you guys have suggested these players, and obviously we've had this success together really, as soppy and emotional as that sounds. So I need your guys' input as well, so get commenting with who you think we should go for, who we should sell, who we should loan out, who we could loan in, I don't know, it's completely up to you, just get commenting. But like I say, this is the end of the episode, so if you have enjoyed, please smash that like button, subscribe to become a fully fledged member of the Sarni Army, and of course to keep up to date with future videos, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you're always up to date with future content. My Instagram is also in the description below, so be sure to follow that. But for now, you take care and stay jamming!